やあ諸君
Alright, everybody, welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. Sorry, we are back here again on a Sunday morning. I'm filming this just after I got off the shower. Refreshing, although not always great because I don't know if I've ever told you guys this on YouTube. I must have before. Maybe not on a Umineko video, but I've definitely told y'all watching on YouTube before. But I have like afro hair, so when I take a shower, yeah, it's hard to get it dry. Always hard to get it dry, but give it like an hour and it'll get dry. But mostly, um, well, more than an hour, 2 hours maybe. But it's not really an issue, but considering the fact that I took a shower like 10 minutes ago and I'm now having my headset on on my hair, on my head, kinda annoying, but it should be fine. We're good. Yeah, Sunday morning, which also means that actually the first Attack on Titan episode should come out today. For season 4, the final season, part 2. That should come out today, yeah. The first episode, it's the 9th of January, so yeah, a lot of people are excited, me included. I've been watching Attack on Titan since season 1 came out in 2013, so it's going to be a massive conclusion. Very excited. And now, even though I have read the manga, of course, but I'm still excited to see it in animated form. So, yeah. Otherwise, today we also have. Oh yeah, for the One Piece fans out there, you know me. My name is Amin Luffy. Gotta talk about One Piece all the time. Nah, but for real, One Piece has. One Piece obviously releases episodes every Sunday, but we're getting a new One Piece opening, and I haven't seen it yet. I don't think I'll do a reaction to it. I don't think I'll make a whole video on that. Maybe, but like it'll be like a 4-minute video. So I don't know. I'm not usually typically want to make short videos, although I could. I mean, new One Piece opening, could do a quick little reaction to it. Who knows? I'll think about it. But yeah, so I think the episode should be out by now, in fact, because it's Sunday morning. So the episode should have been out now, back when I was asleep 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago, whatever. Because that's when One Piece episodes come out. One Piece episodes come out at like 4 a.m. In European time. So I'm asleep. Listen. I love One Piece. I'm not staying up to 4 a.m. every morning just to watch the episode. I'll just wake up in the morning and watch it, typically, especially because it's a Sunday, so it's not like I have to wait after I'm done with university work to be able to watch the episode. Anyway, so yeah. Oh man, my throat. I think that's it though. I think we're ready to get into Mineko now. So last part we had the whole Kinzo going wild again, screaming Beatrice. That's how he pronounces the name. So I think that's the correct pronunciation. I've said that I pronounce it Beatrice anyway, but I'll try to keep it at Beatrice or Beatrice or how it's supposed to be pronounced. But it is much easier for me to say Beatrice, but like I feel guilty knowing that I'm not pronouncing it correctly. I feel guilty. But yeah, that's basically it. I think we're ready to go. So Ishiromia Cross. Yeah, we also met this guy last part. Freaking Wham! Right? Like, why does he have such a big chest? And it's such a smug face too. I'm already getting bad vibes from him. Because Jessica hates both of her parents, so I can really see the Natsu he hates, right? But this guy, if his smug face says anything about him, and the fact that I think he lies here in a second, I think we saw this at the end of last part, is that this man just straight up lies. Already not getting good vibes from this guy. So, yeah. that's basically my updates. And I've also been listening to Linkin Park. That's the only thing I've been doing. As I do, casually do. The little things give you away, and now there will be no mistaking. The levees are breaking. All you've ever wanted was someone to truly look up to you. And 6 feet underwater, I do. Okay, the little things give you away. So listen to that great song, long song. It's like a 5-minute song. I always feel the length of it by the end. I'm like, whoa. Okay, let's get to the visual novel. Sorry for wasting everyone's time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let him talk.
当主様は具合が優れられないとのことだ。せっかくこうして1年ぶりの会合に集まってくれた諸君と昼食を共にできないことを非常に残念にしておられた。
And see, this is where I know he's lying, because he does not consider it a great shame, like at all. This guy is just putting up a front, but Kinzo doesn't care about the family.
ゴーダ、ランチを始めてくれ。
Let the lunch begin. What is this? Is this like the freaking? This reminds me of Game of Thrones. The Red Wedding. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil Game of Thrones. To be fair, you haven't watched Game of Thrones. I don't know. First, I don't know how you haven't, considering I have, and I don't watch a lot of like TV shows to begin with. But also, the Red Wedding. Like everyone knows about it. It's iconic. So, is this gonna be another Red Wedding moment? Let the lunch begin. All the Ishiromia family dies. That would be a plot twist, and then the whole plot of the game wasn't about the Ishiromia family at all. We just got introduced to them for no reason. We got minorly attached to some of the characters just for all of them to die, and the story to shift onto, I don't know, ghosts and Beatrice and stuff like that. The Ishiromia family were not important. Let the lunch begin. Someone takes the gun out. Watch.
かしこまりました。それでは本日の昼食を始めさせていただきます。
Okay, maybe not. I mean, I expect killing to happen, you know? This is from the same grain of series as Higurashi, so I'm expecting all this, like, you know, wholesome, you know, family stuff to end in killing in some way or another. But, you know, I'm not quite yet, and not in this manner. Alright, Luncheon, he calls it.
南條先生、そんなにお父様のお具合は悪いの？せめて顔くらい見せてくれてもいいわよね。
体調というよりは機嫌ですな。こればかりはつける薬がありませんので。
She obviously does not care, by the way.
おいおい、機嫌ってまたかよ。そりゃないぜ。こちとら、秋のクソ忙しい時期にスケジュール都合して、ご機嫌伺いに来てるんだ。それをよ。
よかったじゃないか、ルドルフ。ご機嫌は伺えたんだ。
Hey, fair enough.
それとも、不機嫌な親父殿を私に代わり、お前が説得して連れてきてくれるのかね。
Okay, yeah, these two are the most smug people alive. Both of them are extremely smug. It's just, like I don't see this sort of relationship building up between the sisters of the family. I'm talking about Rosa and Eva. Even though Eva's a piece of crap, Rosa's too nice for that. Rosa's awesome. I love Rosa. I still think she's probably my favorite character so far. I love her so much. But these two, just like, oh, do you like the convinced father? And then watch, Rudolph is gonna come back like, oh, nah. He's gonna say something crazy. Also, yeah, like, this guy is still wham. Like, look at him. He's wham and he's pretty, like, Like he's normal size. This guy is freaking wide chest.
まさか。
Watch, yeah, see? Yeah, he's comebacking, he's going, okay. Rudolph shrugged. Apparently, even though Rudolph seemed to resent the way his father did whatever he pleased, he'd rather avoid seeing his face if he could help it.
夕食までにはその機嫌治りそうなの？
Before dinner, hell no. Y'all just go ahead and eat. But thank you for, of course, you're so caring, Rosa. We respect you. We love you, Rosa. You like, out of everyone so far, you have been the most normal. Jessica's mostly followed a stereotypical trope. Although you could say the same thing about Rosa, to be fair. But I don't know. I see something in Rosa. And she's a good mother too and everything. Yeah. She's the best of the siblings. 1 bajillion%. She's better than Natsuhi and all the other ones. For sure. Let's go, Rosa. Look, she still cares about her dad, who doesn't care about her or the rest of the family at all. She is way too pure for this world. I'm telling you. The reason why we didn't get to meet her husband, I'm telling you right now, the reason why we didn't get to meet her husband is because he would have like ruined everyone's image of her or something like that. I mean, I guess someone else can't ruin your own image, but I mean, if you decide to marry them, like even then, I expect her husband, considering her, I expect her husband to be sick. Although you do have Hideyoshi and Eva, where Eva's a piece of crap, but Hideyoshi is just spitting words of wisdom. Spitting words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Anyway, you get the point. Rosa's awesome.
クロス兄さん。
そんなことは知らんよ。親父殿に直接聞いてみるといい。もっとも声をかけない方が機嫌の治りは早いと思うがね。
源氏さんだけだよ。じい様の機嫌を直せるのは。情けないぜ。自分の親の機嫌を使用人に直させるんだからよ。
Whoa, Jessica throwing shots.
Jessica.
Right. Yeah, because obviously she's on bad terms with her parents.
余計なことは言わなくていい。
She does that a lot, actually. But she also stops other people before things get awkward. So she's kind of like, I don't know. She kind of contradicts herself sometimes. She planned for her complaint to be heard only by her cousins, but it had reached even Krause's ears. Scolded, Jessica scowled and turned away, sulking.
機嫌がうんぬんってことは、病状はそんな悪くないんじゃねえの?
That's the second time Jessica's been scolded, by the way, and the dinner hasn't even started. I love how they call it dinner. I was like, when I called it dinner last part, I think, or the part before, I'm not sure. I was like, yeah, it's dinner because they call it dinner. And then my man Beth was like, oh yeah, it's 20 minutes past noon. And I'm like, wait a minute, how is this dinner? It's noon. Unless they're eating dinner at midnight, that doesn't make sense because we know it's noon. We know it's still early afternoon for these lot. So how are you gonna call an early afternoon meal dinner? This is lunch or brunch at best. At worst. I don't know.
元気がないってんならともかく、機嫌が悪いってのは少なくとも気はしっかりしてる証拠だぜ。
おじい様は特に強い気力をお持ちだからね。
So strong that he's able to withstand feeling ill?
でも体が必ずしもそれに伴えるとは限らないよ。
So he drinks liquor? Not good.
去年からずっと余命3ヶ月って言われ続けてる。
3 months left, so I don't. instead of coming back in a year's time, should we come back in like 2 months' time? Wait a minute, since last year, it's October right now. So they're lying about him having 3 months left. Or his willpower is so strong that he's able to move past the 3 months left grain. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for this guy to die. I think this whole thing, this whole story is gonna spiral out of control the moment Kinzo dies. The moment Kinzo dies, everyone's gonna be like, alright then. Who's gonna inherit? Who's gonna inherit the who's gonna inherit the family riches? He's gonna be Cross. He's gonna be Rudolph. He's gonna be Evan Hideyoshi. He's gonna be a war, bro. And then everyone's gonna freaking it's gonna be crazy. So can't wait for. I mean, not that I want. I don't listen. I don't wish death upon anyone. You know. Hey, when I say this, like purely fictional story reasons, of course. But you know, can't wait for grandfather to die and everything spirals out of control. But like I said, don't wish death upon. I don't wish death upon anyone. All right. So, you know, just wanna say fictional story. All right, y'all chill. So he has 3 months left, and he's been saying that since last year. So my man, he's just like, he meets death. He meets the Grim Reaper, and he's like, nah, not today. Come back in 3 months' time and ask me again.
最初の診断が正しいなら、おじいさまは気力だけで流られてるってことになる。
Damn, that's nuts.
気遣ってあげないといけないよ。
So he doesn't have much to live then. Lunch started with the family head seat still empty. The man who should have been sitting there was already old, and the brilliant glory which had rebuilt the Ishiromia family in a single lifetime was slowly being forgotten. Nobody seemed to feel uncomfortable when the meal began with that seat still empty. Okay. Oh! Okay, we're getting a new scene now. And it's 1:30 p.m. Okay. Hey, this soundtrack again. 1:30, October 4th, 1986. It's a Saturday. We're in the dining hall. The Ishiromia family conference was held once every year. It took place on the first weekend of October. Yeah. If a normal family were to use a pretentious name like family conference... Okay, that was weird. Family conference. You'd expect it to be nothing more than a reunion of rarely seen relatives who greet each other surrounded by buckets of sushi. But it's not, because you're not a normal family. It's just... y'all are weirdos who greet each other once a year. However, in the Ishiromia family, where the sons and siblings are lent great fortunes, and only those that achieve success in business are considered adults, it literally was a conference. How much of the fortune was invested? What kind of business was conducted? How much was earned? As a result, how much of the fortune borrowed from the main family could be repaid? I see. Or, alternatively, how much would be borrowed for future business ventures? What lesson had they learned, and what could they learn from their mistakes? It seems that topics like these had been discussed very seriously in the past. Yeah, it seems like a boring family to be in, not gonna lie. I mean, listen, I get it. It's all's good about being rich, of course. You know, I doubt if you're rich, you don't deserve to complain too much, you know. But miss me with this. Miss me with these discussions. Personally, my dad called it a bed of nails. A bed of nails. Apparently, it used to be a very serious family meeting where one would commonly be showered with harsh and angry voices and even get slapped in the face despite being well past the age for it. Wow! However, that was all a thing of the past. By now, everyone had achieved success in their own independent business ventures, and was on the road to becoming a normal yearly get-together. Even so, being asked by grandfather about the current state of play was an extremely stress-inducing event. Well, frick grandfather, he doesn't even show up for family dinners. Why should we care about what he thinks about the current state of play? Well, to us grandchildren it was nothing more than a simple meeting. To our parents it was still a real stomachache. The absence of the man responsible for all this, whatever the reason behind it, must surely have made today's lunch even more delicious. Savor the food. The phrase, when the cat is away, the mice will play, comes to mind. I've actually never heard of that phrase, but it's probably pretty common. When the cat is away, the mice come to play. I like that. Alright, well then, let me introduce Jessica's father. His face I haven't seen for 6 years. Well, I haven't seen his face for, I don't know, last part. So, smug face man, crawls. The man sitting to my dad's left is his older brother and the father of Jessica, Uncle Crawls. Wait a minute, that's left? So wait, it's first. Shouldn't be that's right? Huh? This only makes sense if Rudolph. This only makes sense if the seating is what's his name? Kinzo first, and then to the right of Kinzo on the right seat is this man Kraus, and then to the left is Eva, and then to the next seat over, like on the next column, is or row whatever is Rudolph. That is the only way that this guy's sitting to the left of Rudolph. But the way they described the seating last part was that it's grandfather, you know, all the way at the head, and then at the left side it's Kraus, this man, and then to the, you know, next to him or in front of him, parallel whatever, is Eva, and then to the next seat over, like next column, is Rudolph, which would mean that for his dad, it should be on his dad's right, not his dad's left. But okay, it's not that deep. And now we can finally read up on this man, so let's do that. Characters. Alright, we have every character on this list now except for... Who's this supposed... Is this supposed to be... I was gonna say it's supposed to be Rosa's husband, but Rosa's husband should really fit in here, right? Because, yeah, Eva's husband fits there. Rosa's husband should then be here. I guess Rosa's husband is not gonna be relevant for this visual novel? Because, yeah, they don't mention her husband at all in any... they haven't mentioned her at all. Or in her character file either. Only Battler has mentioned her in like a monologue type thing, but it wasn't really given. We weren't really given a proper explanation of who her husband is. So, but she does manage a design company. Congrats. We don't know who this person is supposed to be, but it doesn't seem like it's anyone from the family. Seems like it's an outer person. I think it's probably Nanjo. Considering these guys are here, so Nanjo is probably the doctor, so he might be here. I guess that will make more sense. And there's no other slots for characters to fill up, so are these going to be all the characters in this entire visual novel? I don't know about that one, because Beatrice, I think Beatrice, I think, or Beatrice, she's a character, and since Nanjo's a character, then there should be one more extra slot. Because then, I mean, to be fair, we don't even know if Beatrice is a character that exists. She's probably just a ghost in this man's mind, you know? She probably doesn't exist. This guy's a weirdo. But if she does exist, then she deserves her own character spot. Along with Nanjo. Right? Well, okay, let's read up on Cross. Holy crap, there's a lot to read up on him. Kinzo's first child, Ishiromia Cross, leads the family conference as the eldest of the 4 siblings. You say leads the family conference, it's really his wife Natsuhi doing all the work, right? Like, yeah, manages the household in place of her husband who takes little interest, exactly. He doesn't care. He doesn't care, he just lets his wife do all the work. Damn. However, the other siblings suspect that he plans to claim the entire family fortune for himself, and the antagonism between him and the others grows increasingly severe. Yeah, I noticed that between him and Rudolph just a second ago, but also him and Eva. A real estate investor. Let's go back. Come on. Oh, that's it. Okay. A real estate investor. He has put a vast amount of money into the development of a resort. However, his results have been harshly criticized. Oh, right, because grandfather was like, he puts in 2 coins and gets back 1 coin, and he calls it a profit. Real estate investor, though. Okay, got it. Sure. And he's also Jessica's father. Yeah, we know. This name sure is easy to read. It is. Cross. Is that a Japanese name? I think it could pass. It could pass as like a German name or something. After so many weird names, it warps your sense of what's normal, and you start to think, "Hey, what's wrong with Cross? Sounds pretty cool, actually. Does it? I don't know. Cross or Cross. I don't know. Just like with Aunt Nazi, I don't have many memories of speaking with Uncle Cross." But you have memories of speaking to his daughter, so... he had never been one to talk to children, and I felt like he was always talking with the adults, just like Aunt Nazi. So that's probably why you didn't interact much with those two. But, you know, you and Jessica have a long-lasting relationship, as in, like, you know each other quite well. Same thing with George, and you even recognized Maria, so... Yeah, you just don't remember some of the adults that much because you didn't care much for the adult-like talk, as you said yourself. From the way my dad talked about him, it seems that he used to be a pretty spiteful and unreasonable person. I still think he's a pretty spiteful and unreasonable person, or at least I think he's smug as hell. You just reeks of, just through his face, it's just like, hell yeah, I'm a boss, I'm sick, and everyone should do what I tell them to do. That's the type of person that I get from him. If what Dad said is true, he used to be very domineering as the older sibling. Exactly, that's the kind of vibe I get from him. Older sibling dominates everything type of guy. Was hated by Auntie Eva, Auntie Rosa, and the rest of the family. Damn, if Auntie Rosa hates you, I'm with her. I hate you too. Listen, I stand by Auntie Rosa. She can never be wrong. She's never wrong. Odd, considering they're all having fun chatting together. It's all an act, Battler. It's all an act. They're just trying to one-up each other. They're all trying to one-up each other. None of them actually like each other. Well, I guess even if the relationship was bad when they were children, sometimes when people grow up and go their separate ways, the relationship changes. I guess. I mean, they haven't really gone their separate ways yet, fully, because they're still doing this yearly family conference still, and they're still debating who deserves to get the family riches, so... That's probably what this is. After all, they all have children of about the same age. Oh, these 3, yeah. And then there's Maria, the old one out. Oh! Since they share similar family environments, they probably all profit by exchanging opinions. Maybe because of that, the parents' circle has been deep in conversation for a while now about the exams Jessica and I are going to be taking. Ah, we're going to be taking exams? Damn. Jessica, in order to escape this discussion of exams with the old bastard, sitting on her left. On her left. Okay, so because the sitting is best now, I guess her left would be cross. Right? No, wait. Wouldn't it be Rudolph? It would be Rudolph, wouldn't it? It would be Rudolph. Yeah. To her left, it's Rudolph. And besides, Old Bastard, that's definitely what a battler calls his dad. Was purposely facing to the right, firing off topic after topic so as not to give him an opening. Yep, just talk to us cousins, Jessica. You got this. You can escape it. Moving on, let's look at the opposite end from Uncle Cross and the others. So, the one sitting on the opposite seat of Rosa should be Nanjo. No. It's her husband. So is he sitting at the very edge, like at the opposite side of the grandfather, Kinzo? We also haven't had much discussions with Kirie yet. When I think about it, she's probably the least like developed character. When I say developed, I mean like none of these characters really developed. Yeah, I mean we're still at the start, but like the least like talked with character. Yeah. Well, obviously, yeah, we haven't talked a lot with Nanjo or the servants and all that, but out of the family, if you think about it, we haven't talked with her that much. I mean, we had that little discussion with her back at the airport, but this is really it. And a few other stuff, but that's really it. In the very last seat at the table, an old gentleman with a sturdy physique sat facing Kirie. Wait a minute, facing her? But that doesn't make sense, because it goes Battler, Maria, Natsuhi, Hideyoshi, and then Kirie, and then whatever Kirie's... No wait, and then Kirie, and then Rosa, right? No wait, what am I thinking? No, Rosa's still at the top, so it should be Kirie, and whoever Rosa's husband is. But because Rosa's husband isn't here, I guess not just taking his spot. Yeah, and then the last seat at the very end. At the opposite end of the head. And I guess nobody's sitting on that. Alright, last seat at the table and no jump. Okay, yeah. This was my first time meeting him. You haven't met Nanjo yet, bro? Battler? I mean, I guess, yeah, 6 years ago, Kinzo was probably not as sick as he is now, and probably didn't need help from immediate help from a doctor like he does now. I had only just been introduced to him, but it seems that he's grandfather's personal doctor, a man called Nanjo. Alright, we can finally read this guy's character file as well. Here we go. Oh, it's almost 9 AM. Alright, there we go. We finally have the full character list filled up. And we're gonna read the last person in the character list, Nanjo Terumasa. Which means there is no slot for Beatrice. Oh my god, I struggle pronouncing her name. I'm not gonna try super hard. I apologize. Alright. Kinzo's attending physician and long-time friend. Once ran a hospital in Nijima. Oh, Nijima, that's the place, that's the airport. That's the place before we took the boat over here, right? The airport, the second airport place. Alright, but turned it over to his son and now enjoys his old age in peace. Nice. One of the very few people that Kinzo trusts now that he is held captive by an unrelenting suspicion of others. Big-hearted by nature, he has maintained a long friendship with Kinzo, unperturbed by his tendency to fly into a rage at the slightest provocation. Okay. So, I'm assuming we're gonna get introduced to more characters. At the very least, Beatrice might get... I don't know. Are these really going to be all the characters in this entire visual novel? We'll see. I mean... We'll see. I don't know. But we definitely have gotten hints of more characters than these existing, if that makes sense. Apparently he used to own a huge clinic on the nearby Nijima Island. Oh, we just read up on this. But he turned it over to his son and then began living a life of leisure in his old age. He's known grandfather since the very beginning when the mansion was first constructed on this island, and they have a history going back several decades. Oh yeah, okay. I thought he might be grandfather's companion in his suspicious hobbies, but surprisingly it seems that he's grandfather's chess partner. I see. That kind of hobby does seem like our grandfather, with his love of Western style. Wait, they do not play chess in Japan? Oh wait, of course they don't. Right, they've got shogi. What am I on about? I'm dumb. Damn. You could probably also call him the only person able to enter Rokkenjima who is neither a family member nor a servant. Oh, okay. Let's go. From listening in on his conversation with the women folk seated near him, he gave the impression of a calm old gentleman. Considering he's managed to put up with our short-tempered grandfather for so long, I'm sure his big heart is nothing to laugh at. Still, even if he is his doctor, having someone from outside the Ishiromia family attending the family conference is a little odd. From that fact, I imagine that the grandfather's condition has grown much worse, and it may even be one of the major topics of discussion at the family conference. George Aniki was just saying it too. For the past year, grandfather has been continually pronounced as having very little time left to live. It's awful to talk about, but grandfather is an extremely rich man. At the time of his death, his wealth will suddenly be released, along with our parents' stomach acid, surely leading to some serious ulcers. Alright, let me see. Let me see what they said about Nanjo again. He's held captive by an unrelenting suspicion of others. Right. With this kind of thing, the greater the number of ways it must be split, the more trouble will be caused splitting it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, chaos will unfold the moment grandfather dies. The moment Kinzo dies, boom! It's gonna be all-out war within the family. Like, they're all having dinner, chilling, you know, family time, and then boosh! Someone's gonna bring out the gun and be like, alright, I'm gonna take the lead here. And then the next freaking... The rest of the episodes of this visual novel is just gonna be, it's just gonna be them in this house or in this island trying to kill each other, and it's basically going to be Hunger Games. And whoever wins finally takes home the trophy, or I don't know, I don't know, like the wealth left behind by the grandfather. In return, they might have, you know, one of their children might die, their husband or wives might die, but you know, at least they get the wealth. This kind of talk will probably also be included in the family conference. Oh well, it's not like it has anything to do with us children. Yeah, totally not. You're not gonna get dragged into this for no reason at all. Finally, even though he's absent, let me introduce our grandfather. God damn it, we've had enough introduction of this guy. I'm waiting for him. You know, of course, again, I just have to put a disclaimer. I don't wish death on anybody. I'm just waiting for him to die. Alright, the person who should be sitting in that seat of honor is Ishiromia Kinzo. It really sucks. He gave everyone else in the family these weird names, but he himself uses one which is conservative as all hell. And you like the name Kraus, so yeah, he gave Kraus a normal name according to you. I don't know. I think Rudolph is a name. Eva is a common name. It's a lot of German names maybe. Kraus, Eva. I don't know. Is Rosa not a normal name? Maria's a normal name. Maybe not Battler. Battler is wilding. But that's a cool name, I think. Still, it's maybe not normal, but it's cool. My name is Battler. I battle, I fight, I'm a fighter, like I'm a battler. That sounds cool. Jessica's a normal name. Again, I know, when I say normal, obviously, Western levels of normal. Like in Japan, a name like Jessica is hardly gonna be normal. I think it's a normal name. George is a very normal name. But you know, this guy likes Western style, so his children are named Western style. Like, imagine I name one of my kids, or you name one of your kids Kinzo. Like, it's gonna be weird, right? Because you're not Japanese. Think about it now if you're Japanese and think Kinzo's a normal name, and then naming your son Rudolph or daughter Rosa. You know, that's their equivalent of our Kinzo. So you gotta think about the cultural differences there. If only his name were written with those same characters for Golden Vault, but he let us call him Goldsmith or something. That'd be totally awesome. Wait, what? Oh, it's like, I get it, it's like some Japanese like words strung together which create Goldsmith. And you want to call him Goldsmith? I mean, okay. Sure. Kinzo. As you can probably gather from all the talk about him, he's a frightening person with an extremely short temper. Because I'm just his grandkid and haven't met him since I was in elementary school 6 years ago, I don't remember ever having been beaten by him, but it seems that our parents were raised with an iron fist. That earlier conversation between my dad and Uncle Cross about who should go try to convince grandfather to come out seems oddly fun if you take this into account. Sure. In order to tell grandfather's story, 1926 to 1989, you have to take yourself all the way back to 1926 1989, before the Showa era, to recount the tale of the Ishiromia family. You're saying 1989. Isn't this currently 1986? We're currently 1986. Are you telling me this all ends in 1989? Are you telling me grandfather dies in 1989? Boo, so he doesn't die right now? Or anytime recently? 1926, 1989, so he's not as old as I thought then. He's like 60 years old, right? I thought he was gonna be like 70, 75 at least. Okay, well, he's 16, he's about to die. Okay. Let's recount the tale of the Ishiroma family, sure. Until the Meiji and Taisho eras, so Meiji era was 1868 to 1912, Taisho is 1912 to 1926, the Ishiroma family was great and prosperous. Also, you're telling me the Ishiroma family expands before even your boy? Before even your boy Kinzo? You're telling me it was a wealthy family even before then? No, wait, you're saying until... Oh, wait. Until these eras, until this like 50, 60 year period, the Ishiroma family was great. And then it somehow stopped. And then your boy Kinzo was born, and then he brought it back to its former glory. You're telling me it's something like that? But then the Ishiroma family was great and prosperous. But then, so this family has a history of being rich. It's a well-known, like it's a known rich family, right? Y'all been rich for centuries. They owned several spinning mills and were very wealthy people who merely had to fall about laughing while the money rolled in. Incidentally, grandfather, as a member of a branch family, originally had nothing to do with the main family. Distantly separated from the head's inheritance, he apparently had very little involvement with the head house. However, oh, it's all red. However, during the Great Kanto earthquake in 1923, the mansion owned by the Ishiromia main family in Odawara was flattened. Ah, earthquake. So why is it all red? Oh, spooky red. Okay. In Odawara, so it's not in Rokkenjima. I don't know if this is an island as well or not, but okay. Great Kanto earthquake. The spinning mills in Tokyo were all burned down in a huge fire, and the Ishiromia family lost most of its wealth and family members in an instant. And its family members in an instant? Damn! So your boy Kinzo came in and rebuilt it, is what you're telling me. It then became a matter of who would become the heir to the main family, and as it turned out, none were left except for Kinzo, who was as far removed from the main family line as they come. Kinzo himself later said that it was such good luck, it was as though fate itself had been turned upside down. With that, grandfather's ordinary life did a 180. He was entrusted with reviving the wealth that the dying Ishiromia family had almost completely lost. Of course, just because you suddenly dump a task on someone doesn't mean they can do squat to accomplish it. I doubt the people around him were expecting much. So he's done well then. I mean, so maybe he was a great guy back in the day. It doesn't excuse what he's doing right now. He's still a piece of crap now, right? But this is where grandfather began to display his extraordinary talent and good luck. Grandfather used all the family funds and everything from the hair on his head to his toenails as collateral to borrow a massive amount of money. Created a gigantic supply of funds and immediately started a business. It was like tumbling down a hill on a bike without any brakes. Yeah, so he was like, go big or go home, and it worked out for him. And he's trying to do it again now as he's about to die. So where does Beatrice come into all this? And then jumping onto a neighboring bike, and then another one. Just like some crazy street performance. Probably anyone would have thought that grandfather had no business ability. I guess, and then he just got insanely lucky. But with an unbelievable amount of good luck and miracles, with coincidences piling up and every chance taken advantage of, before anyone knew it, he had forged powerful connections with the Allied forces. Right, because this is like during the Second World War, right? So this is in the midst of all that, and he did all that. Cool. So that's also why he mentioned Moses and how Moses was extremely lucky. As in, like, it wasn't like fate given from God. Moses just risked it all, and if someone like Moses were to risk it again, they wouldn't. The ocean wouldn't part like last time. Another thing, I want to say this soundtrack that we're currently listening to reminds me of Pucci's theme, funnily enough, from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Stone Ocean. Well, not this part specifically, but like a part where it's just like... That reminds me of it a lot. Alright. At that time, MacArthur and the GHQ were in charge of Japan. I don't know who either of those are, but that's fine. Grandfather, in a twinkle of the eye, began succeeding in business under the protection of the occupying forces, quickly becoming very rich. Huh. Interesting. At this point, it was no longer luck but information that won the day. He must have made some seriously thick connections with the occupying forces. Grandfather knew about the emergency demands that would be made for the Korean War before they happened? Huh. Interesting. Korean War, I believe, 1950 to 1953, if memory serves correctly. I remember reading up on that and watching a few presentations on that, so I'm not extremely knowledgeable in the Korean War, obviously, but yeah. Emergency demands. No, more than that. He must have foreseen these special procurements and started penetrating those markets from the very beginning. How did he foresee all this? Does Beatrice have something to do with this as well? History textbooks say that all of Japan made a large profit of the emergency demands for the Korean War. But that wasn't the case in reality. You're telling me that only Kinzo made a profit of the emergency demands. Only a very limited number of super rich played the money game and made an easy profit. And one of those was Kinzo. Most of the citizens remained poor. In other words, Grandfather was an extremely lucky member of this group of winners. This all happened during the year 1950, Showa 25 I think. Yeah, Korean War was 1950 to 1953, you are correct. And we're currently in 1986, so it's been 36 years. And since the year of the Great Kanto earthquake was 1923, so 27 years prior, Taisho 12. That means Grandfather was able to revive the near-dead Ishiromia family to a level even higher than it had been before in the span of only 20 to 30 years, so in only 27 years. My man just did a 180. And you're telling me all that was because of a miracle. And it's currently 1986. With that, you'd think that he would revive the main family in Odawara, but he decided to do it in Rokkenjima. Yeah, you're right. That is sus. But for some reason, he went and did something as crazy as buying an entire small island in the Izu archipelago. Buying an entire island is not something that you can ordinarily do today. But you could, I guess back then it was easier. However, Grandfather was clever. Oh! I guess he just found a clever way to do it. He contacted the GHQ, which are, I guess that's the leaders of the country, and applied for the establishment of a marine resource base. Oh. Okay. He acquired this island as a business property, and then reneged on it and claimed it as his own plot of land. Right, man, this is smart business from Kinzo right there. See that this is the part of the song that reminds me of the JoJo Pucci theme. This is the part. Then it evolves into something different. But yeah, I guess it's a very common noise anyway. So yeah. After the war. The Korean War, there were prevention measures against food shortages, and furthermore, he had the sponsorship of the GHQ, which meant that nobody could oppose him. It seems that Tokyo provided the land for next to no money at the time. Tokyo later made repeated complaints for the land to be returned, but not much could be done due to the involvement of the GHQ, even though they'd been pushed into it. No doubt he'd bribed everyone there. Was the bribe? What? In the end, the city gave up in frustration. I see, and he just got the island for good. Grandfather, with considerable skill and blessed with good luck, managed to weather the stormy seas of that period, obtaining a vast fortune and his own island. And you're telling me that this man stuck in his study all day, reading books, and freaking drinking liquor, waiting for his death, and willing to give up everything just to see a girl smile, did all of this. I bet that the girl was the one who did all of this, right? But that wouldn't make sense because the girl wouldn't have even been born yet, considering she's supposed to be around the age of George and Battler and the others. So did he actually manage to do all this? Or is there some supernatural fishy stuff going on? How is this grandfather so successful? Just considerable skill and blessed with good luck, that's it? That's all you need? I don't believe that. I mean, it's possible, but I don't know if I believe it. I don't think I believe it. Of course, it wasn't all luck. He was skilled with English, and this was cultivated by his Western obsession. It was by using that as a weapon that he was able to make inroads into the GHQ. Being skilled at English, to be fair, yeah, that's not something supernatural. That's something you actually have to, like, you know, learning a new language is something you actually have to work towards to get good at. So fair play to him, fair play. A mansion was immediately built on the island. That would be this mansion. Grandfather, who had always loved the West, made this once uninhabited island, Rokkenjima, a canvas upon which he could realize his dreams to his heart's content. Yeah, you say that, but he built a single mansion before 30 years later building a small guest house and then leaving everything else to be a forest? What's the logic there? If this island is supposed to be his canvas, it's very non-creative canvas. I mean, maybe he likes the nature a lot, likes the forest. Alright. The Western mansion that he had always imagined, overflowing with emotion, the beautiful garden where various roses had been planted. And a private beach where nobody other than himself would ever be permitted to leave a footprint. Oh, so there's a whole private beach. Hey, we didn't know this existed. What the hell? Hey, we need to go to this private beach. Frick him, he's gonna die soon. We get to visit this beach now. He's not, what's he gonna do? Curse us from heaven or hell or wherever he's going, right? Like what the frick? To have this much would be every man's dream. I mean, sure. After that, making good use of his huge fortune, he became a large stockholder in the extremely stable iron and steel industry and was able to live an easy and comfortable life just using the dividends. Well, he's just that incredible. Yeah, I don't believe all of that can be just credited to him though. I don't think so. I think there's something else at play here. Although that is very incredible. The way he managed to turn everything upside down and completely into his favor is nuts. And this kind of person normally gets portrayed after the fact as having the ability to foresee and predict the future or something. But grandfather denies all of that. Okay. Repeatedly saying that he was simply blessed with extraordinary luck. He was blessed with something, that's for sure. Anyway, even a lord like that, with all of his dreams made real, can't help but grow increasingly odd when locked up alone on an island. Right, because nobody's there with him to make sure he stays sane. Everyone knows he's been obsessed with the West for a very long time, but none of our parents really knows when his bizarre black magic hobby began. Mysterious. Perhaps his love of black magic began way back when he became fascinated with the West. Or possibly his miraculous stretch of good luck which allowed him to revive the family caused him to feel a mysterious power in himself. I think the latter is probably more correct, right? He probably got insane good luck, and obviously, you know, maybe some skill, and then all of a sudden started simping for this girl in this painting. Hmm. 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 At some point, grandfather began to make the research of black magic his life's work, filling his study up with suspicious books, chemicals, and magical items as he became increasingly bizarre. These being the few remaining years of a person successfully in life, those around him warmly watched over him, feeling the time was his to spend as he pleased, or so I hear. But no way in hell that's true. They probably were just driven away, thinking that's disturbing, I don't want to get involved. Right. Well, that war-torn period was a time for big gambles, with both opportunities and risks. I'd like to see grandfather do so well if he'd been born in this time period. Well, he did do so well. I don't get it. What's he saying here? I'd like to see grandfather do so well if he'd been born in this time. Oh, in the current time period. Right. I mean, again, maybe he would have gone extremely lucky again. Who knows? He would have had no opportunities and would probably have advanced like a chess piece from mandatory education to college at a leisurely pace, never becoming more than an average company employee. If that had happened, he'd probably be sitting here with the rest of us, regaling us with tales of his trashy boss. No, not here, in the dining hall of a mansion. We might have been around a table at some bar. If that were the case, I'm sure that this would have been a more comfortable family conference. Alright, that's enough talk about the old geezer who won't pop off. More importantly, let's talk about this incredible lunch! This might be where I end it then.
前菜の刺身のサラダで俺はすでに確信してたね。幸田さんは大したシェフだぜ。しかも魚は近海で取れたやつだろ。スーパーの刺身とはわけが違ったぜ。
Alright, and this is where I will end it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this this part of Umineko when they cry. This has mostly just been a lore lore part. I think we spent the majority of that just learning about Kinzo and his whole, you know, upbringing. And yeah, we're gonna get back to the lunch. We've been at this whole lunch thing for the last three parts. I think they call it a lunch. Or they call it a dinner, but it's not. It's a lunch. It's noon. It's afternoon. It's 1:30 p.m. This is lunch. Wait a minute, it is 1:30 p.m. That means they've been eating for like an hour. I mean, they're rich peeps. They probably did eat for an hour, don't they? But yeah, we got some more info about, you know, old man who built the whole place. I want to say I've built more respect for him, just because like of the way he managed to turn his life and his family life around, right? That's like something that's really hard to do, and he succeeded. And I think anyone who managed to succeed in life like that, even if he's a weird like black magic guy right now who doesn't even want to eat dinner or lunch with his family right now, I still think that his accomplishments in life are the real deal. I mean, he took the opportunities, he risked it all, took the opportunities and became insanely lucky. Hey, that's fair play. But the reason why I'm not too sure about how much credit I'm willing to give him is because of the aspect of supernatural in this, right? I mean, what is it with Beatrice? Like, is there something going on with her? Because like, I don't know. He wants to see her smile one more time. I don't know. I think there's more going on. I think there's more going on than just he became luckily successful. And life was good for the Ishiromia family since. But yeah, I think we've been recording for a solid hour at least. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I won't be recording another one right away or like right now, but I know it's early morning Sunday. I'll probably shut up just like watch the newest One Piece episode, and then I think I'll eat some more breakfast, because like this might be weird for you guys. I don't like eating breakfast right after I wake up. It usually takes me like at least 20-30 minutes to eat breakfast after waking up. So when I woke up, I ate like parts of like the dinner left in the fridge that I made yesterday. I ate parts of it as like a real quick, but it was like, when I say part, it was like super little. It was like one mouthful of just like a meal. It's just like that, and gulped it, and then came here to record this. And yeah, I'm finally starting to feel the what I like to call breakfast hunger that I don't get right after waking up. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat. I won't be recording after that. I think I'm gonna I'm gonna watch a One Piece episode, and then I'm going to I'll definitely record later today some more Umineko for sure. I think I'm just gonna tell you guys my whole life story. I mean, at this point, just go to the next video if you're binging the series. I mean, I'm just gonna talk about my life here right today. But let me think. What else? Right, I was gonna do something. Right, I was gonna watch some lectures. Just to get a refresher, because I'm gonna start. Because today is Sunday, right? And I'm gonna start uni again tomorrow. But the first lecture doesn't start until 12 a.m. and I only have one lecture tomorrow between 12 and 2 p.m. And it's not like I don't have lectures in anything else. It's more like there's a lot of self-studying, where it's like you have to work on your own, right? You don't have a professor to do the work for you, so you can choose to work at any point of the day, however you like. And I was like thinking of preparing myself for that lecture, so I'm gonna be watching some older lectures, just like get repetition, so I'm ready for the day of tomorrow. I'm gonna have physics and chemistry tomorrow, so wanna just do a repeat of physics and chemistry and make sure I got them all down. University stuff. I'm finally starting my second semester now. It's January, so I'm starting up my second semester. But even so, I mean, once we get to summertime, right? Once I get to the exams that I have then, don't expect me to be uploading daily. Just saying this right now. The fact that I managed to upload daily during my exam period this winter, right, this December, was because I managed to pre-record so many Final Fantasy X videos. I was just like recording 5 Final Fantasy X videos a day at some point, I think. For like 3 days in a row, I recorded like 5 Final Fantasy videos. Nah, maybe less. It was like 2 days I recorded 5 of them, so it was 10 in total. And then the next day I recorded like 3. It was nuts. That was like a whole weekend when I binged it, and 5 plus 5 plus like 3, 4. That's like 2 weeks of Final Fantasy videos. Plus all the videos that I did scheduled, I was able to make it. But for summer, I haven't really been pre-recording videos right now. I mean, this video that I'm recording right now should be out in a few days after I'm recording this. So yeah, there's that. So it's not like I'm pre-recording these Umineko videos a huge amount. I also have some Rocket League videos that I'm planning to release between Umineko parts. I was thinking of releasing these Rocket League videos in summer, or like, no, after summer actually. More like in like August, September, I should say. August is August still summer? Probably not in the eyes of everybody, but I mean, I guess I guess August is like late summer. We're going up to fall. But yeah, but I didn't want to do that because like there's some placement matches. So I think I'll just be uploading them in between these Umineko parts. But again, I have been getting a lot of support for Umineko. A lot of people want me to record more of these, and I am. So, more Umineko is gonna come out, so don't worry about that. But once I start off studying for university, I won't always be recording. One good thing, I guess, is that my recording setup, I guess, is the same as my study setup, if that makes sense. Well, almost the same. I don't use the headset that I used to record videos when I study, but otherwise it's the same thing. I use the same potato laptop, but the potato laptop works for study. I don't need a super advanced laptop. And I'm just mostly just writing on my board and you know, mathematical equations usually, or some physics stuff that I have to understand. Maybe some, I don't know, typically like electrical circuits and engineering. So still, like, the setup for recording and the setup for studying is the same, and considering I can study when I want, for the most part, they've given me a lot of freedom, especially in the math course and the physics course and chemistry. They've given me a lot of freedom, a bit less freedom on the some of the other courses, I think, but I think it should be fine. Which means that, for example, I could like study for several hours and be like, alright, let me record a video, and then I'll record a video, and then I'll study for another several hours. That is what I sometimes do with Final Fantasy X, actually. Because again, taking a break is good. Like, you don't want to be studying for. At least I can't study for like 8 hours straight. There's no hacking way. So what I typically do is like study for like max 3 hours. I don't typically study for more than 3 hours. Take a break, maybe record a video, do another 3-hour session. That's, I say 3-hour session. I mean, that's, I don't normally study for as much as like 6-7 hours a day. That is unless you include lectures. Because like all the lectures can amount to 6 hours plus several hours of me actually working on my own. And plus all the other stuff I want to do in life, you know. I'm not. My life isn't just studying, recording videos, sleeping, eating, whatever. Like I said, I've recently wanted to go more climbing, and also want to hang out with others. You know, I want to make time for that as well. So, yeah. But I still want to focus on my YouTube channel, although, you know, you might think, why is, you know, your YouTube channel is not like something like super successful or whatever, but like, I don't really care about successful YouTube channel, to be honest. I just do it for fun, for me, for the most part, to be honest. I mean, for the all part. So yeah, there's that. I've been babbling for a while, I know, so that's why I said, you know, earlier, just go ahead and go to the next Umineko video if you're binging this and only care about Umineko and don't care about me. I don't know why you'd still be here. But yeah, I think I'll do an outro here anyway, so yeah, so I don't babble all too much. I'll see you guys next time for some more Umineko. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, everybody. Peace.